I'm actually at Disneyland today, and right there is where the subs should be if they weren't being refurbished right now. It says they're going to reopen in winter, and I really hope so. I mean, some people might consider it a kind of a silly ride, but when I was really little, the family that was raising me at the time, they wanted to take their son to Disney World in Florida because Epcot had just opened. And I remember I came along as, I believe it was called baggage. So I remember driving from Pennsylvania to Florida at the time, and I didn't know what Disney World was. I was undiagnosed as blind until I was 5 years old. So I was 4 at this point, and I hadn't seen a doctor. And imagine going someplace that you don't understand with a bag over your head so you can only see vague shape and color, but not really, and hearing a lot of scary sounds that you've never heard before in your life. I cried a lot. I was scared. I remember being terrified. I did not have a good time on that trip because at the time I was not diagnosed as blind yet. I've said before in other videos that blindness is a spectrum, and my version of blindness was microscope vision. So that meant that I could see only up to about right here on my nose. I only had vision up here, so I was blind for everything else. I was terrified. I had a terrible time. But there was one time when we went on the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarine ride. And the portals in the submarine are actually concave, which are very similar to the glasses that I would later get that would help give me some eyesight. What I'm really telling you is that when I stuck my head into that window, it was the first time I had ever had sight in my life, as you know it. So yes, the first time I ever saw was on that submarine ride. So this ride clearly is very important to me. It's a symbol of when I first discovered what sight looked like. And I remember just screaming. I was like, oh my God, I saw a guy in the water. And it was, I think, from what I recall, it was the guy with this deep sea diving outfit and some fish. And I just started squealing. I was losing my mind. I was like, I saw something. And at that moment, my entire world changed. I get emotional about it, I really do. But it really defined a lot of who I am, because I said to myself, this is really hard to talk about, but I said to myself that I'm going to do it. I got through school eventually. I paid my way through college. I learned about technology. I learned everything I could. By the time I was 28, I had finally gotten to a job and out of debt enough that I was able to take my first vacation, and that was to Disney World in Florida. I didn't have my eyesight completely yet, but I knew what I was seeing. I could extrapolate. I knew where I was, and that's why it might seem silly that I like Disney so much, but for me, it's not about the park, it's not about anything, it's about, all right, no matter what you've been through, being here is proof that you've overcame things once and you can do it again. So that's really what it is for me. I keep finding that everybody is stronger than they think they are, so that's my deal. That's why I still come here, because it's a reminder. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Subscribe, and I will see you next time.